All right, Michael Levine, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to number 15.
Number 15.
It went a little longer. But it's the sound of Philadelphia, and that's what people need to understand, right? So
I was assuming, I was like, he's going to go for a Fresh Prince.
No.
Yeah. Okay. And then I thought maybe it was going to be the Boston, but
no.
Right, keeping me guessing.
No. I mean, if I was going to go hip hop, I would have gone Freeway.
Okay.
I would have gone Meek Mill. I would have gone, I would maybe have gone a little Bilal. Maybe, you know, maybe
I always wondered what like my walk song would be. So
yeah. No, yeah. No, but I decided to go a little old school. People forget like the sound of Philadelphia back in the day. Ooh. Ooh. And I gotta say, I mean, like the roots and all that, like that's neo soul is probably Philadelphia that's where it's at. Like just flat out, Philly is where it's at with a lot of music, but in particular, soul. So I went to middle school and high school outside of Philly. You know this. So I was, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. So I was lead singer in a cover band in high school, as one does, mullet. But yeah, it was, we opened up for Tommy Conwell and the Young Rumblers. So for those of you in the Philadelphia area, for those of you who grew up in the 80s, you just know who Tommy Conwell and the Young Rumblers are. You used to play on MMR all the time. Congratulations, number 15. And it's been lovely getting to know you, getting to know the agency. You consider yourself a misfit, and I would definitely argue yes, because I want to start with this. And I had forgotten about, you had mentioned this to me before, but I had forgotten about it until now, which is I don't know if you're still a stage manager, if you're still doing it.
I'm definitely not still doing it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if it was like, you know what, I'm going to do that as a hobby. So you were a stage manager. Yeah.
You can't do that as a hobby. It's actually, so even more wild. I grew up studying theater. I went to a performing arts high school. I majored in theater in college. And so I was more on the acting side, but then also occasionally was a stage manager. And that's a tough role. I think that really, I mean, in both realms sets you up for lots of things that happen in life outside of this theater.
Right. One thing I will say is I've noticed that the thing that I lean back on the most is when I was a morning show producer in radio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to understand if that theater experience is the thing that you lean into a little bit more.
Oh my gosh, so much more. I mean, there are times where I'm like, why am I putting together this budget proposal when I studied like how to move like an animal in class, right? But a lot of skills and traits and training have certainly come in handy when you think about everything from improv. I mean, A&G, we're all about the ampersand and the yes and model. I mean, that goes back to, for me, to improv days. And of course, relationships and also creativity. I mean, I grew up just obsessed with content, obsessed with films and commercials. I mean, it started as on the acting side, but I always knew if I wasn't going to be an actor, I needed to do something that was equally as creative. So there's certainly a lot of overlap in more ways than you would expect.
Talk about the importance of, you and I talk about this a lot, and it's very beneficial not only for the agency but for clients. Talk about how you're integrating comms and PR into the work, and how that process manifests itself so that you can be a bit more of a force multiplier.
Yeah, I mean, that's been one of the greatest opportunities and one of the reasons that, I was drawn to A&G all these years ago, coming from holding company, coming from a PR specific shop,
Hmm.
having the ability to integrate within a broader world that was not just PR, was more traditional advertising. At A&G, we're all about earned first thinking.
Right.
And whether that is a more stereotypical PR campaign, whether that's social media, creator relations, or influencer marketing, whether that is something that looks or starts as a more traditional, quote, 30-second spot, everything through the lens of how do you earn attention? How do you drive conversation? How do you tap into culture in very organic, authentic, engaging ways? That is so critical to everything we do at A&G. And so it's been such a career highlight to be able to shape and play a role in shaping how that comes to life, not only within the PR department, but really across the agency. And that really fuels our brainstorms. It fuels how we
Hmm.
project. It builds how we shape a team, because it really does impact from start to finish, every aspect.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you for your support. Congratulations for number 14. 15.
Any
What am I
number is a
number
great number.
14, 15.
Great to be on this list.
Before we leave, on the count of 3, go Birds. 1, 2, 3.
Go
Go
Birds.
Birds.